Okay, once you are done with your 3D model of your car block and you're ready to make the blueprint for manufacturing, you're going to have to go up to New, and here we're going to go make sure we're in an English template, go down to the third column where it says Drawing, create an annotated document, select the third option in the third row, which is ANSI. That's just going to be an orthographic projection. I'll double click that and it'll open up a drawing. First thing I need to do is change the size of the sheet of paper that I have so it's more convenient for us. To do that, I'm going to go over in the browser bar on the left hand side. I'm going to right click on sheet 1 and I'm going to go down to edit sheet. Now I need to change the size of my sheet. I'm going to go down to custom size in inches. And the custom size that I want, the height of it is going to be 8.5 and the width of it is going to be 14. Make sure it's still in landscape, click OK, and it'll change the size of my sheet. Next step that I want to do is I want to make the title block down here a little bit smaller so it's not as big and cumbersome. So again, I'm going to go over to the browser bar. I'm going to right click on ANSI large and I'm going to click delete. Then I'm going to go back up to drawing resources, hit the little plus sign, go down to title blocks. I'm going to find ANSI-A. Double click on that and it should put a much smaller title block in there, so a little bit easier for us to use. Now I need to edit the title block. I'm going to put my name down in the title area. To do that, I'm going to find in the browser bar ANSI-A, right click on that, and edit definition. This brings me to the edit window. I'm going to find what I want to edit. And I want to edit the title. So I'm going to double click on title. Oops, actually right here. Double click on title. And in here I'm going to type in my name and whatever I want to call it. So I'm going to call it Mr. Kinesis Car. I'll click OK. And then I will finish my sketch, save, and now it'll have my name down there. Now I'm ready to start making the blueprint of my car. To start, I'm going to go to the upper left corner where it says Base. I'm going to click Base, and here is the Drawing View communication box. To start, I need to find my file, so I'm going to click Open an Existing File and find your drive where you saved your car. In this case, mine showed up right away, but you might have to browse through here, find your directory, and locate your car block. So here's my car block. I'm going to drag this title block or title box out of the way off to the side. And I'm going to kind of center my car in here just above the title block. I'll click once and then it should sort of create this outline of it. I'll drag up and I'll click one more time. That'll be the top view. I'll right click and click create. Now I have my car blueprint almost made for me. Next thing I need to do is so-called annotate it. I'm going to give it some dimensions, just a few. So I'm going to go up to the tabs up here. I'm going to click annotate, and then I'm going to start by giving some center points, this button over here, to my axle hole. So I'm going to click once on that axle hole and once on this axle hole. Then I'm going to go over to dimension. I'm going to locate where my axle holes are. I'm going to start by clicking on the axle hole, clicking on the rear of the car, and drag down. So I get that dimension. I'll click OK. I'm going to do the same thing with the front one. I'll click here, and I'm going to click on the front of the car, and I'll find what that dimension is, and click OK. Next thing I want to do is locate how far off the bottom they are. Find that dimension. And here I'm going to change the primary tolerance to 3 decimal points so that it shows me, oops, double click on it, and the primary unit to 3 decimal points so it shows me what it actually is and doesn't round it. Do the same thing for the front one. Find the dimension, primary units can be 3 decimal places, and click OK. Now I'd like the overall length of my car, so I'm going to click on the back of my car and the front of my car. It'll tell me how long it is. Click OK. After you have the overall length of your car dimension, you need to dimension how tall your car is. So find the highest point of your car and the lowest point of your car. Pull that dimension out and click. Again, change the primary unit to 3 decimal places and click OK. After you have the overall height of your car dimension and the length, you need to dimension, tell me what the narrowest point is. So I'm going to, again, click dimension. I'm going to find the narrowest point of my car, which is probably here. Click on those 2 spots, see if it'll give me a dimension. Sometimes it might be tricky, so I might have to find 2 spots. In that case, it didn't. I'll try dimensioning one more time, see if I can get a point to a point. And there, see, now I got the dimension. That just tells me how wide your car is. Again, primary unit should be 3 points. Click OK. After that, you are ready to print your car off. So go up to iPro. We're going to go down to Print. We need to change the print setup. Click on Print Setup. We're going to change the page size. The page size should be set all the way down the bottom to this one right here, this 8.5 by 13. Click that one. Select OK. And then go back to iPro, Print, and you need to print 2 copies of this drawing. So I'm going to print 2 copies. One is going to be for turn in and one's going to be for a template that you cut out. So click OK, and it should send off to the printer and you're done.